I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to reject all boarded parties in 5, 4. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. This vessel is the
レジェンダリー武器みたいなものはないの？
I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
それでいいの?
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
何というあゆ
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's identity cartridge.
今度はなくさないようにしてくれ。こいつ物分かりいいな。
This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Do you understand? キャプテンよ。
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a
今
power
回は死な
regulator.
今回は
Try
死
to
な
stay
ないよう
alive
に
this
してくださ
time.
い。レベルアップやったー
The navigation console is offline at this time.
やったレベル上がった。さあ、
Captain.
レジャーのキャラクター、これの
だっこだお。
クレオおばさんの管理職取りだお。
多分2人目以上の放送ん。わら。
2人目以上なるほど。50個以後50分、あ、さっきね、哲学さんが言ってたやつね。20ポイントごとに発生します。10、クリーンヒット効果がアンロック。
最初は1ポイントで10上がったのに、わら。
特殊技能。体が丈夫になる。基本体力。歩行速度アップ。行商人。これなんかすげえ大事じゃん、これ。とりあえずこれだな。Okay. Oh.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Marauders, deserters, illegal landing. What is this colony coming to?
コロニーなんだ、ここ。あれか。よーし、行くぞ。いいね。なんだあれ。
さすが金さん、わら。
嬉しくない。でも有効的にね、物事を進めていくということは大事なことですから。知的じゃないですか。よし、ショットガンの登場だ。あ、やべ。お疲れ。ショッティを早速使ってみました。いただくぜ。
色合いはノーマンズスカイ。
やっぱし。とりあえずゴリラは後回しだ。来たぞ、なんかダイヤモンドシティ的な場所に。一応しまっといた方がいいんじゃないか。おお、着いた。エッジウォーター。おお、ドキドキするぜ。インベントリの中にあるジャンク品にすることができ、行商に至ったジャンク品を一人割ることができます。ああ、なるほど。会話スキル、敵を混乱させたり、
ゴリラマジゴリラ。悔し泣き。
ゴリラマジ。イさんはゴリラに嫌な思い出があるのかな。お、経験値入った。600ポイント。
まずは銀行強盗ですね。
やらねえよ。
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got in.
Just between us, Wilson
あ、やばい。
deserted. Lost his
攻
nerve.
撃できちゃう。
Ran off in the thick of night.
セーブ画面ってどうすんの？あ、セーブあるわ。それで
Damn. Always thought he was made of sturdy stuff.
I think he was played. Guess he didn't
こ
want to die in
こ
the
が
sick
タウン
house.
リーダーのところに行く。広いな。ここか。じゃあす。端末を使う。PC、あ、もらっていいの？あ、やっぱ盗むか。エレベーターだった。曲が流れてる。
基本的に全員コロコロできますね。わら。
The grease monkey. Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates
ま
myself.
たよく言うわ。
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost
管理部
Administrator.
長。
I cannot help but notice you are not in
Motto?
uniform.
元じゃない。元わかんないまだ。
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through. I understand. Your business is your own. Nonetheless, you are
私の
welcome
船
in
使
our
う
little
まずい
outpost.
だった気がする、確か。
Outsiders are a rare sight in the Vale. If you are a freelancer, then I have use for you.
お、
There is
仕
pay
事
to
の
be
依頼
earned
だ。
or supplies to tide you over, as you prefer.
一足。
The sort of work for which I cannot spare my own people. I am in the midst of a difficulty, the resolution of which
汚
requires
れ
a
仕事
third
じゃねえ
party,
か。
you. There's an old botanical lab, mostly
Thank you, very
abandoned now, but still eating up power from our plant, power which our
は
cannery
い、あんな
sorely
レベル上がって
needs.
も嬉しくなかった。
I need you to go to the geothermal plant and reroute power from the botanical lab over to us. Simple as that.
なるほど。ほとんど。
You're the first stranger to wander into town in an age. Scripture tells us that nothing happens without reason. The geothermal plant was built by our owners, Spacer's Choice. Lit up the whole Vale once upon a time. Most of the Vale is now abandoned. All that power is going to waste. We could use the power. Cannery's been struggling. If we don't ramp up productivity, the company might cut us loose.
缶詰工場。
I'm afraid I can't spare the workers. We're strapped for bodies as it is. And there is a small element of personal
怪
danger.
我するってことかよ。だよね。
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are
不
people
法
who
に選
live
挙
there.
ダメじゃん。
I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were the people living in the
まる
botanical.
で飛ばせますね。じゃあ
Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone. Least, my hope is that by cutting off their power, you speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of.
アデリー
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kind. That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am. We belong to one community.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is
コンパニオンか。
talented.
では金さん、
May prove
楽しんで。
useful
あ
to
り
you.
がとう。
You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with my.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape,
コ
so
ンパニオンゲット。
I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you.
おお、仲間。親しきとも。親しきとも。はいはい。あ、仲間の装備。ちょっと数値高いじゃないか。よし、とりあえず。リードの鍵がないと開けれない。特にアイテムはないようだ。
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry.
私、
You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag
そんなこと
along
ない
like
よ。
me. It's just Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters on account of it's his job and
で
and
も
what
それ
all,
だ
but
けが話の全てじゃない
that's。not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from.
ダメじゃん。
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
なるほど。
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed.
乱分子。
He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It just... It don't seem right to me, ma'am. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss. Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you... That's what my dad used to say anyways.
よし、じゃあ牧師になってみるか。あそこだな、きっと。
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
ここか。
I've always felt weird in here. It's
どう
too
も。
clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual
早く間
counseling,
違えてる方法で
this
すね。
season's tossball predictions, the quickest way.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single
防
words,
具
and
揃えないと
slink
ダ
away.
メージよく受けます
I
ね
can't。imagine
そうね。
what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
知力これ足りないってことはロックされてるわ。
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the
説
fold.
得か。
If it were as easy as a few soothing words in the right ears, I'm sure it would have been done already.
これ
Consider
レ
it
ベル上げ
a challenge.
てこう会話できるよ
If
う
you
にしても
don't
らえ
mind
る
a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the
企業部の
geothermal
安全
plant.
であります。
It is not as safe as you
マ
might
ジ
assume.
か。
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned
弾の書。
heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better
マジ
than
か。
me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
仕事増えたな。
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in
Bakonu.
the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
やった。
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place. Not many in this colony could understand. Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
それ持ってきた方が良さそうだな。装備品も揃えそうだ。
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
あんまりちゃんと
Me
しゃべって
needing
ない。
nothing but salt too.
I've never actually been in here. Seemed scary from the outside.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
どういうことや。
Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller. As long as your questions fall within... His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. You are correct. An outstanding bounty has been... Unfortunately, the arrest of Mr. Wells falls outside. Wells is wanted by the board. If... Something to report.
他に
As long as your question... If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serve Spacer's Choice. Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon Holdings Corporation,
うん
also known as the board. I must admit it,
常識知らないんだ。
flattery won't get you anywhere with me. The bureaucracy is a noble profession.
端末。懸賞金。 完全にあれだな。警察っていうか、独房だ。
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
じゃ。やる。いやいや。やるかじゃあ。黒字だ。